G'day guys, alright, so we are in a Eternity Vigilante Caravan. Pete came to us after watching us on YouTube for an extensive period of time after he'd bought his van. So we've gone about building a system in this van which is quite a substantial system. It's got 1205 watts of solar on the roof. It's got a 620 amp hour 12 volt battery. It's got a 3000 watt inverter. So this van he bought this van secondhand, and basically it had an existing system in it from when he bought it. So the previous owners had the build done by the dealership once they had bought the van from the factory. So the works that were done to this van weren't done at factory, they were done by the dealership or by a contractor of the dealership. So it had 600 amp hour battery underneath the bed, a 3000 watt inverter. In the overhead cupboard, it has a BM Pro, which was taking in all of the solar that was on the roof, which were 4 170 watt panels on the roof. It also then had modification done for an external solar input through a separate Victron 20 amp solar regulator. It did not have a DC-DC charger. It had a 3000 watt projector inverter installed into it with the control down here on the end of the bed, underneath, the accessible part of the bed. And if you remember from previous videos, we had up the external part of the cabinet here some 240 volt wiring which was done, which was pretty industrial, which we've now fixed. When we were consulting with the customer about what he wanted, he just wanted something that was maximizing what he had in terms of roof space, a substantial battery, an ability to run his air conditioner, kitchen appliances and those sorts of things. So we've used a full suite of Victron chargers. So we've ended up with 1205 watts of solar on the roof. So 4 200 watt panels and 3 135 watt panels on the roof. They come down through 2 separate solar regulators. So we've got a 60 amp smart solar down here to take the 800 watts. Then we've also got a 30 amp solar regulator down there to take the 405 watts. We've also reused his 20 amp solar regulator that he had underneath the bed over here and taken that and put it underneath with the rest of the charging system, and we've maintained that for portables. So he can plug in another prospectively 300 watts into that charger. We also reused his projector 3000 watt inverter because he was comfortable knowing that that particular inverter could do the things that he wanted. He knew that he might not be able to run lots and lots of appliances at the same time. He might need to manage that, so he was comfortable with that. But what we have done is, instead of having the controller down here at your foot level, we've actually installed it up here in the overhead cupboard, so it's nice and easy to use. Down here underneath the seat, you can see that we've got our 620 amp hour battery, we've got our isolation, and we've also got our 3000 watt projector inverter down there. What this was missing previously was a DC-DC charger. So we've also included for a Victron DC-DC charger. Now, the benefit of using a full Victron suite in this van is that although we've only got a simple battery monitor up here in the overhead cupboard, we can actually link these chargers together through to the battery monitor so that they all read the information from one another, and we can have that available through the Victron Connect app. So that the customer can then have a look at an overall picture of all of his devices that he's got in his system, and he can see everything that's available to him and how much load is being consumed and how much solar is coming in through the system. We've been running this system for about a week now, testing, and we've been running this Horton Bel Air air conditioner quite extensively. So we run it 24/7. We run it at 23 degrees or 24 degrees, and we're able to do that with maintaining battery charging throughout. You can come over here and you can see that we've got 91% in the battery. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. So what that means is we've had the air conditioner running all night, and it cycles on and cycles off through temperature. And obviously where we live, we always talk about it, it's not massively hot. We're not in the tropics. We're in the southwest of Western Australia. So yes, it doesn't work as hard, but it gives you a good indication as to what you can do. We've also been running the fridge as a test as well, just to see how much load we're actually drawing from the system. That's a compressor fridge. That's a Thetford 270 litre compressor fridge. So, you know, it'll consume between 4 and 5 amps an hour, basically, depending upon what's going on with temperature externally, but it is empty, so it tends to work a little bit harder when it's empty. So this system now has the capacity to run all of these appliances. As I say, he's got kitchen appliances that he wants to run. He wants to run his air conditioner. He has the ability to plug portables in. He has the ability to charge from sun as well as from his vehicle when he is towing. So there might be, you know, 1,000 watts of solar coming in from the roof while he's driving down the road, plus up to 700 watts coming in from his car. So that's prospectively a huge amount of charge going back into that battery after he's been camped up overnight. If he decides to run his air conditioner all night, he can do that. So as I say, we always like to put the system underneath the seat. The reason we do that is because, as you can see, these two seat boxes, they're not massively usable spaces for storing things. They're also over the wheel arches, so it centralizes the weight in the caravan so that you get a more even distribution of weight. And as you can see over here, where the system used to be installed underneath the bed, customers asked us to retain the batteries and he'll take them out. He'll get that storage space back underneath the bed, which he'll then be able to put tables and chairs and various other large items underneath there. All right, so just to cover off everything that we've done here, guys, we had a system installed from dealership that wasn't up to what the customer wanted. He didn't have enough solar on the roof. The batteries occasionally would cut out under load because they're not designed to handle the load of what they were asked to do. We've moved the system from underneath the bed and put it underneath the couches. We've included a 620 amp hour battery, 1205 watts of solar on the roof, a DC-DC charger so you can charge whilst driving down the road and from sun as well. We've reused the 3000 watt projector inverter. We've moved the controller to the overhead cupboard. We've given the customer the ability to monitor his batteries up here in the overhead cupboard, turn his inverter off and on. We've tidied up the bed area. We've tidied up some of the suboptimal installation practices that were done previously. So where there was cabling put on the external part of this cabinet here, we've tidied that up and just generally made the system more functional, far more high powered than what he had previously, kept everything in a centralized location underneath the seats. We've been in touch with the customer quite regularly and he's super excited to get his van back and take it away on his next trip. This is a charger, which is a 700 watt charger or 750 amps, 12 volt. Yep. Which I have tuned to my car, so it should be fairly small. Anyway, cheers guys, we'll see you in the next one.